us live now is Virginia Senator Tim Kaine. Senator Kaine, good morning. This is an ugly situation that seems to be getting uglier as we find that while there were conservative groups that were being scrutinized, there were liberal groups who were getting approvals.
Yeah, this really is inexcusable and kind of raises the question of, okay, well, what does it take to get fired in this town? People need to be sacked because of this IRS scandal, and it's a little sensitive because the White House does not have direct personnel authority to sack people within the IRS, and there's a reason that the IRS is insulated from the White House politically. But I think the president, by directing Secretary Lew to make sure that there's a significant investigation, we got to get to the bottom of it, and we got to make sure that those responsible or those who didn't supervise in a way they should have lose their jobs. Now, the commissioner of the IRS at the time this happened was a President Bush appointee who was already gone, but others who were in the line of command are still there, and they ought to be losing their jobs.
So, but you know what? The bottom keeps changing. Every day there's new revelations that come out. So who are we looking at that should be held accountable here?
Well, that's the question we have to answer. I mean, you have to decide. There are individuals, without getting into names, I mean, there are news reports about individuals who initially may not have been involved in some of the decisions about how to do this targeting, but then became aware of it, were concerned, but then really didn't take the steps necessary to rein it in and make it sure it wasn't happening. And I think, you got to get the people who are directly involved, but then you got to go to their supervisors and find out how it went. But anybody who was aware of this and either participated or allowed it to happen without throwing on the emergency brake and pulling the fire alarm, they're really not fit to continue to serve.